Hey guys, welcome back to Gretchen's Bakery. I'm going to show you my version of how to make an edible chocolate cup. First of all, what you're going to need is white chocolate, of course. And if you didn't want to make them white chocolate, you can absolutely make them semi-sweet chocolate or milk chocolate. And I use a Merkin's chocolate, which is basically a very user-friendly chocolate. It's similar to the Wilton Candy Melts in that we don't have to temper this chocolate. But if you guys are familiar with how to temper chocolate and you are well-versed in working with chocolate couverture, absolutely go ahead and use that. It's the same concept, only of course you'll have to temper it. Also what I'm using, I have these little silicone dome molds here. And basically, as you see, I had them in a sheet form here, but to make it easier to make my little cups with the chocolate, I did go ahead and cut my silicone sheet so that I have individual ones. Many of you may not have these silicone molds, but you may have been familiar with the silicone cupcake liners that are pretty much all the rage lately. So you may want to pick up some of these if you didn't want to go ahead and purchase a silicone mat like I did. So pretty much what we're going to do first is really just fill up our molds here and fill it right up to the top. As you see, these will have a tendency to want to wobble around. Now, because we're not trying to make solid chocolate cups, we do want them to be hollow. We are now going to flip it right over to make sure all the excess drips out. These cupcake ones are a little bit harder to work with because they don't have much of anything to grab onto. So just do the same type of idea where you're going to flip it upside down, try to get out all the excess. Now what I like to do at this point is just scrape the edge of any of that excess that has kind of dripped over the edge. We don't want it to be a real jagged looking cup. And we're just going to let those set for several minutes, maybe about 6 to 10 minutes, to make sure they're completely solid and set. So what we're going to do at this point, while we're waiting for our chocolate cups to set, and sometimes I stick them in the freezer to help them along, we're going to make our handles for our teacups. I always do more than I need because you never know if some of them are going to break. And the next thing I'm going to do is with a larger paper pastry cone, I'm going to pipe out the saucer part for the teacup. And basically what we're going to do is really just pull that silicone away from it, being very careful not to crack the chocolate that's inside, and you can sort of just peel it right off. So what I did to kind of fancy it up was dipped the rim of the chocolate cup into the melted chocolate, just about 1/8 of an inch deep, and then dip that into the nonpareils. Now, if your saucers do set like mine have, because it's pretty cool in here today, you could just go ahead and take another spot of chocolate and put that right on the center. All right, so basically what we're going to do at this point is just go ahead and pop those handles on, and they're ready to fill with chocolate mousse or ice cream or fresh berries or whatever it is that you want to fill these cups with. Just the edges, really not too much. And then just pop it right on there. You may have to hold it for just a few seconds to make sure that it does set and stick on there. Repeat. And that really is how simple it is, guys, to make your own chocolate edible dessert cups to fill up with whatever it is you feel you want to fill them up with. And then you get to eat the cup.